Thank you for waking up with Happy Ass, where we come together to grow in mind, body, and spirit so we can turn and go out and make the world a brighter and sweeter place to live for ourselves and for others. I already feel like a champion. I feel like a champion. 'Cause let me tell you what I've already done this morning. I feel so energized because I got up early, like I always do, and I had my some time for myself, and got JJ up and out the door to go to math camp. And I thought that I was going to have Britt take Jet down the road because I couldn't do it all. So I was able to get up, get Happy Ass ready, get JJ to math camp, get back to the house so I could do Happy Ass. Then I can go take Jet. Yay! I didn't think I could do all that, but I can, so I'm excited. I know that sounds weird. But so today I heard something, and it kind of really went along with what I wanted to talk about today, and I want to tell it to you. So cool. It says, most people would rather cling to the familiar than take a chance and possibility. I'm going to say it again. Most people would rather cling to the familiar than take a chance and possibility. You know, and I think about that because so many times we're staying stuck in a place which we know is not good for us. We know it's not, but it's familiar. It's familiar. We're kind of comfortable with the uncomfortable, and it's the uncomfortable we know. Have you ever heard that expression? I know I heard it when I was growing up. Better trust the devil you know than the devil you don't know. And I'm going, oh, that is horrible. I don't know about y'all, but that's a horrible way to live. Horrible way to live. And I told you I've been reading the book. Oh, what's the name of it? Think and Go Rich by Napoleon Hill. And there's so many good stories in there. And we talked a little bit about this, but I want to talk about what really happened with Barnes. Remember I told you there was this guy named Barnes who, for whatever reason, he was so enthralled or so energized and excited by what Edison was doing, Thomas Edison was doing. He wanted to work with him. He didn't say, I want to work for him. He said, I want to work with him. I want to create things with Edison. That's what I want. And when he first interviewed and went there, he couldn't even get an interview with Edison at first. And so he just settled for working there at Edison's office. Edison had a big office with all kind of folks working there. And so he settled for working. And he actually started working in an area that he really didn't even want to work in, but it was his way to get in the door. You know, I remember, I'm not going to say who, but I was close to somebody when I was younger that he never wanted to start at the bottom. He wanted to start at manager, you know. He did not want to do the hard work, the where you put in the time and you do the things and you build up. And I think a lot of us miss opportunities because of that. We want to start at the top, you know, and so Barnes worked really hard. And so the cool thing about opportunity is many times opportunity comes, it kind of slides into the back door. You don't see it coming. Many times it comes as misfortune. That's why so many people miss it. But what happened with Barnes is Edison had just invented a thing called let me see if I wrote it down. It was called the Edison dictating machine. And it ended up being called the Ediphone later on. But the problem was his salesmen did not see the possibility in it. They didn't see it. They thought this is going to be too hard to sell. We don't want to sell it. Well, guess what? Barnes saw his opportunity, and he told Edison, he said, I can sell it. I promise you, I can sell it. And sure enough, he did. And it ended up, Edison gave him a contract to sell all over the nation. And it ended up being the slogan that they used was made by Edison and installed by Barnes. And Barnes didn't get it overnight, but he waited till the opportunity. And I love what this says in the book. It says, Barnes started with no money, very little education, and no influence. But he did have initiative, faith, and the will to win. Y'all, this is so cool about the will to win and faith in what you're doing. When one thing doesn't work out, if you're the kind of person who believes you can, who believes you can do something, believes you can create, when the one thing doesn't work out, you know that something else will. Everything's not going to work out for you just right. It's just not. But the thing that you have in you that helps you create something never dies. The creative spirit in you is there, so you can create something new. And I just want to really focus on that today, leaving the land of familiar so you can have the land of possibility. And this is a deal too, y'all. I believe this with all my mind, heart, soul, and body, and I talk about it all the time. Where I place my energy, everything is energy, y'all. Everything's energy. Where I place my energy is what happens in my life. If I place my energy in what I don't want, that's what I'm going to have. If I place my energy in what I want, that's what I'm going to have. You know, I really reminded myself the other day when we talked about whatever you say after the word I am is what you're creating. So I've really paid attention to that lately. Really paid attention to it. And if it's not something I don't want, I don't say I am to something I don't want. Okay? All right. So our affirmation today, and I hope I can read it because I wrote it really fast, and I sometimes can't read my own writing. It's called Leave the Familiar. Leave the familiar. I am willing to leave the familiar so I may see what is possible. Every time I do something or say something positive, I rewire my brain. Thoughts that wire together, fire together. I am an opportunity creator. I am a possibility finder. I put my energy into what I want, and so it is. I see a lot of you sweet people here today, and I hope you're like me, and you just love the beginning of the week. Monday is such a great day. It's an exciting day. I love, love, love Mondays because anything is possible. All right, y'all. Be sweet, y'all. Bye.